It's time to stop the Sakura hate. If you're an anime fan, you probably know the general attitude, how the community feels about Sakura Haruno from Naruto. Sakura's useless, she's trash, but is she really as bad as people say? Or is this just another consequence of meme culture and then everyone just jumping on the hate train? Let's start off with the case against Sakura. Let's be real. Sakura definitely comes across as annoying at first.
Because you're annoying.
In OG Naruto, right from the jump, she is just super one-dimensional compared to her other teammates, Naruto and Sasuke. After living this life as the village pariah, everyone ostracizes Naruto. Everyone just is constantly pooping all over this kid for just existing. As an audience, pretty early on, we start to root for Naruto because he has this goal of rising above all of that, becoming the strongest ninja in the village, the strongest in the world, becoming Hokage, having everyone acknowledge him. Shortly after that, we meet Sasuke, the other member of Team 7, and he's training for a singular purpose. He has one goal: to get revenge on his brother who massacred his entire family. That's a pretty interesting story hook right off the bat. And then we get to Sakura, and her defining characteristic, her main goal is that she has a giant crush on Sasuke. She really likes him and she wants his attention. And that's really all we know about her personality right at the beginning. She likes Sasuke and she hates Naruto.
Naruto desu.
She takes every chance that she gets to basically bully him, and just that alone is enough to get a lot of people to dislike her. If you're rooting for one character, Naruto in this situation, and then there's another character who's constantly poo-pooing all over them, beating them up and making them feel bad, you're probably not gonna like that character. There's also these random moments in the show where she rips on Naruto for being an orphan. And then fast forward to moments like these in the Road to Ninja movie. I feel moments like those are just evidence that the writers hate that character, they hate Sakura, and they're just constantly doing her dirty. Then finally, as the series goes on, Naruto and Sasuke, her teammates, they just vastly outclass her when it comes to power. Yeah, sure, she's desperately trying to keep up and do her part, but Naruto and Sasuke, they're just on another level compared to her, which directly leads to people clowning on her for this moment in the 4th Shinobi War when they're fighting against the freaking Ten Tails, and she's like, I finally caught up to these two. Now let me present to you the defense of Sakura Haruno. So in my opinion, Sakura's greatest crime is that she's just normal. Like, she's a normal girl. She comes from this normal ass family. Like, look at this family, dude. Like, who are these people? No, neither of them were tragically murdered in front of Sakura like Naruto and Sasuke's parents. No, they didn't pass down like some crazy freaking Kekkei Genkai. She just straight up is a normal civilian girl who probably got good grades in ninja school and decided to continue on with that. And oh yeah, she has some pretty good chakra control. When we meet Sakura and the other ninja in their class, let me remind you that they're 12 or 13 years old, like they're starting middle school, essentially. So when you look at it through that lens, Sakura having a crush on this guy and obsessing over this guy, not too abnormal for a 12, 13-year-old girl. I remember how it was, man, back in those days. Like, sometimes my whole day, my whole life revolved around trying to talk to my crush, wondering like what kind of like, how I could like get them to notice me, things like that. She's then thrust onto this team, straight from being just like a normal girl having a normal life. She's put onto this team with two reincarnated gods. We don't know it at this point, but Naruto and Sasuke are literally reincarnated demigods, essentially. And even if you ignore that, Naruto comes from this freaking ninja clan that is renowned for having like these huge, crazy, powerful reserves of chakra, the Uzumaki clan. And his father, as we come to know, was the 4th Hokage. He comes from prime ninja stock. And oh yeah, he has the Nine-Tails Fox inside of him, which gives him access to this insane primordial source of power. Looking at Sasuke, he comes from one of the most powerful ninja clans up until that point, the Uchiha clan. And oh yeah, he has one of the most like broken Kekkei Genkais in the entire series, the Sharingan. Because of their abilities and their genetics, Naruto and Sasuke are able to go toe-to-toe with freaking Jonin level ninja right in the beginning of the series. But that is not the usual case. Usually people don't graduate the ninja academy and are able to fight freaking Jonin level ninja. Sakura never has a chance to just like do normal missions, like do low level normal missions, level up the usual way. Their missions are always turning into these crazy fights for their lives, like in the Land of Waves arc, and in the freaking Chunin exams when Orochimaru attacks them. Here are some of the things that Sakura has done. So yeah, she's done and said some pretty terrible things to Naruto, but she's also one of the first people in the village to show him kindness, to be his friend. She cheers for him in the Chunin exams when he's fighting Kiba when everyone has counted Naruto out. She hides her scars so Naruto doesn't feel bad after he's raged out in his Nine-Tails form. She says that she looks up to Naruto on multiple occasions. I don't know why they cut this out in the anime, but in the manga, in the Land of Waves arc, Sakura literally saves Naruto's life. It's like, dang, in that moment, if Sakura had not been there, the series would have been over. Like, the main character's dead, we could just wrap up and go home. She's also shown to be super intelligent, like one of the only people in the written portion of the Chunin exams to actually be able to answer the questions without cheating. Later on in the Chunin exams where the Sound Ninja jump them in the forest, Sakura does a pretty decent job on holding them off. Yeah, it's not pretty, it's very clumsy and just desperate. Say what you want about her, but in this moment she realizes, oh crap, I can't beat these guys, but I'm gonna protect my friends, I'm gonna fight them anyway, I'm gonna do what needs to be done, and that's a pretty gutsy decision on her part. But she does what she can with the tools that she has. Again, the tools of just like a normal girl who happens to be a ninja, has okay chakra control, but no special abilities outside of that. Moving forward to Shippuden, she beats the freaking crap out of all the major puppets that Sasori throws at her. People like to say that, oh, without Chiyo, Sakura would have been cooked, she was carried, but Chiyo even admits, she's like, damn, I'm not really even doing anything. Sakura doesn't really even need me, she's just that skilled. Like, I don't know why people work so hard to discount this feat for Sakura, to discount this battle. Because prior to this, we know that Sasori, with his puppets, destroyed an entire nation. He took out an entire freaking people. So even if it is 2v1, Chiyo and Sakura versus Sasori, that's still pretty impressive. And before that fight, she totally schools Chiyo, who is renowned for being this poison expert. Chiyo's like, I don't know if I can come up with an antidote to help out Kankuro. And Sakura's like, no, it's okay, like, just give me these tools, I'll have it ready in like lickety-split. In 24 hours, she can have 3 samples ready. She ended up going on playing an important part in the Fourth Great Ninja War. She was like the lead doctor for the entire Shinobi Alliance. And she was the only person in the first person to sniff out a Zetsu spy, the guy who was disguised as Neji, trying to assassinate Sakura. For any of y'all who play MMOs, any of y'all who play Overwatch, y'all know that supports are freaking vital to the success of the team. And Sakura, you could argue, is like one of the clutchest support characters in the entire Naruto series. When the entire Shinobi Alliance is facing off against Obito, she summons Katsuya and heals everyone. Everyone in the Alliance. And that's before she once again saves Naruto's life after Madara kills him. A lot of people are like, oh, you know what, like the Sage of the Six Paths brought Naruto back to life. But no, Sakura was keeping him alive so that the Sage of the Six Paths could bring him back. Again, if Naruto dies in that situation, it's a wrap for everyone. By the time Boruto rolls around, Sakura is the best medical ninja in the world, and she's like the top kunoichi in the Hidden Leaf Village. If not the top, then she's like top 3 or 5. When it comes to Sakura, I really feel like she is constantly getting hoed by the writers. We talked already about her making fun of Naruto for being an orphan. I don't know why she would do that, especially to Sasuke in that moment, knowing that he doesn't have parents as well. I don't know why she would do that, other than to really kind of draw some similarities between Sasuke and Naruto from a writing and story perspective. I guess she's like 13 at the time, and like we all say dumb crap when we're 13. But in the Fourth Great Ninja War, when Obito is asking her to cut out the Rinnegan so Madara doesn't get it and become ultra powerful, and she's like refusing to do it, I don't know why she was doing that, man. I mean, we know why, because from a writing perspective, they wanted to prolong the arc, and if she had just stabbed Obito in the eye, gotten rid of the Rinnegan, Madara wouldn't have been as powerful. But Sakura isn't the only one to fall victim to poor writing or like just forgetting about the character in general in the Naruto series. I feel like one of the reasons why people really liked Naruto in the beginning was the great cast of supporting characters around the main ones. They're great at first, but as time goes on in the series, it's like, where do they go? They're just kind of there. Remember Rock Lee? Everyone freaking fell in love with him because of his work ethic. Again, this whole underdog story. And then they were like, you know what? Let's make him a gag character. You can even argue that characters like Sakura Sakura and Rock Lee embody that original message of Naruto that was put forth in that OG season, sometimes better than Naruto himself. So here's a quick question. Why did we all fall in love with Naruto in the first place? It wasn't because he was the best, it wasn't because he was the coolest or had the coolest abilities, it was because he was an underdog. He had no talent for being a ninja. He couldn't even do a freaking simple transformation clone jutsu. He was labeled a failure by everyone around him. He was constantly getting dogged, getting made fun of. But through grit, through hard work, he proved that he could be a great ninja too. This comes to a head during his fight with Neji in the Chunin exam. Neji comes out and says, figuratively speaking, everything inherent about people is set. He's arguing that everyone is bound by destiny. And by that logic, if Naruto was going to become Hokage, if that was his destiny, he would have been born with a general set of skills and talent to do that already. It would have already been apparent. He argues that he can't just do it by working hard and continuing down this path. And by the end of that fight, Naruto wins miraculously, and he's like, boy, get out of here with that mess, man. You're talking about destiny when you had a freaking family. Everyone calls you a genius. Don't talk to me about destiny because you were given a really great hand. Compared to me, I was born a loser, but it doesn't matter because I'm gonna keep working hard and I'm gonna achieve my goal. But he wasn't born with nothing. He is the literal child of prophecy foretold to bring balance to the ninja world. He's the freaking reincarnation of Ashura, son of the Sage of the Six Paths. He was born with the freaking nine-tailed fox sealed inside of him. These are all things that are out of his control, predetermined by destiny, factors that you can't replicate elsewhere, that essentially allowed him to save the world. Sakura was not a child of destiny. She didn't have tailed beast chakra. She didn't have a freaking Kekkei Genkai that had broken abilities like summoning a flame that never goes out. She used her wits and her abilities. She honed both. She refined them to the point where she climbed to the top of the shinobi world.